Dun 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 dun. Hey, it's Zadie! You are watching the spoiler rant for Mission Impossible Fallout. If you've seen this film already, then you are in the right place, my friend. This video, should you choose to continue it, will be amazing. Let me just tell you how amazingly beautiful this film is. From a cinematography perspective, it is absolutely stunning. Most of the time when I watch an action film, I'm literally just looking for an explosion or two to entertain myself for about 2 hours. But this one exceeded my expectations. This is a film that knows what it is and takes itself seriously enough to be what it is, but at the same time it has fun with it. And they know that they have the upper hand in everything that they do, so they're just like, let's make this a great one. And they did! First of all, as I said before, the actual filming of this is spectacular. I think all of the chase scenes were filmed in some sort of location that was absolutely stunning and really picturesque. Like, you could find it on a postcard by just taking a picture with your, like, point and shoot. They used each and every location to their own advantage. It wasn't just a general shot of like a landmark or something, you know, like in Avengers Infinity War, where they're just like, oh, look, we're in London. It just has a shot of the city from above and you're just kind of like, okay, that's cool. But no, they didn't. It was subtle and not like totally in your face, like, hey, we're in London. Guys, we're in London, look at all these landmarks, and just we're gonna have a random dialogue scene in front of the Seine or something like that. They're in France at some point, and they're like in front of and there's this chase scene around this arch, and it's so beautiful, and again, cinematographically, it's amazing. I think that the chemistry between the characters was pretty awesome. Henry Cavill, for instance, he played a really good villain. I think this is one of my favorite roles that he's actually done in a film. But in general, the general umbrella over all these characters is that they did an amazing job interacting with one another and as individuals. Chris Stuckman said it really nicely. He said that all of the characters were put in impossible situations which challenged their performances as individuals and as a team. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but you get the gist of it. Another actor who I want to highlight is Vanessa Kirby, who played the White Widow in this film. Her performance on screen was the one that kind of just interested me the most. I couldn't stop watching her. She played the role of a broker, which isn't that awesome, and it's pretty typical in an espionage film, but she played it well and differently. I need to highlight one of the fight scenes because it was just so amazingly awesome. Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill had this fight scene in the bathroom, plus some other guys, which I will also give kudos to. I just don't know their names at the moment. It was filmed really well, but it also felt real. Every single punch that was thrown and every hit that was placed, I was like, that hurt. There was no music playing in the background, and that just made it even more tense. It's been a while since I've seen a character struggle to finish a fight realistically. Most of the time I just see people like, oh, okay, he's bound to get up even though he took an RKO to the face. But this one I was like, is he going to get up? Alright, there's the chase scenes that I gotta talk about. It was like the audience was leveling up each time there was a chase scene. I'm pretty sure it went in this order, but we started off with the basic chase scenes, which is on foot, so you have a foot chase scene. Then we level up and keep leveling up to a helicopter chase scene. What was so well done about these scenes was that the filmmakers used all of these overplayed scenes and used them to their advantage and made them realistic and actually really intense and white-knuckling, if that's an adjective that I can use. Ethan Hunt didn't want to jump out of a window just because somebody told him to. Also, there was like limited knowledge about helicopter piloting, and like he was like, what button do I press? Oh wait, this one's labeled. Those scenes tested the limits of Ethan Hunt in every single way, where he was physically exhausted by the end of the film, and I was physically exhausted from watching him. To sum things up, this was an action movie that I fully enjoyed. It wasn't just the action that was great about this action movie. It was the film as a whole. Like, every single thing you were looking at was like, okay, I gotta pay attention to this. You were treated like an adult when you walked into that theater, because they were like, well, we know what we are and we know what you're coming here for, so you better pay attention. The dialogue and the cinematography and the acting and the chemistry between the characters and the plot, honestly, it was really refreshing to see. Every scene was purposeful. There were no throwaway scenes as far as I know. That brings me to the question of the week. What is your favorite Mission Impossible film? There are 6. I'm pretty sure. Let me know down below in the comments, and while you're in the comments just thinking about what you're gonna write, maybe press some of the buttons that you see down there, like maybe the subscribe button or at least the like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great random Thursday. I got a mission to complete. See you on the other side.